Hi guys, Black Legion Brascar video here with a little bit of a difference because today I wanted to show you another project I've been working on. Typically most of the stuff, in fact all the stuff I've done has either been Warhammer Fantasy or Warhammer 40,000, mostly Warhammer 40,000, and I have a deep love of the history of the Second World War. I'm a World War II reenactor, and I generally portray the 5th Battalion Coldstream Guards. So I thought I wanted to kind of take this into my kind of modelling hobby, and I've had a look at Flames of War with a couple of others. So we're deciding or not whether to have a go, but I thought I'd pick up some models and have a bash at it. So I'm doing, I did a few Shermans for you to see, so you can have a look at them. So these are the resin and metal ones, 15mm from Flames of War. So I've got two Mark V Shermans and a Firefly. So let me show you them. So these are metal and resin models. I'm going to take the turret off. There we go. And they are, I wouldn't say the most detailed models I've ever seen, but they're nice solid models. I've got no complaints with them. They take a little bit of work, but yeah, so I've had a look at the rules. That looks quite good. So I'm going to be trying out some of the rule sets, but I really love the models. Now the reason I chose the Guards Armoured is because I do 5th Battalion Coldstream Guards Infantry when I reenact, and they were part of the Guards Armoured division that fought in Normandy and in Market Garden. Mostly Europe. So that's kind of what I've gone for. These guys are the 1st Battalion Coldstream Guards. So they're the armoured ones, and I'll be doing some 5th Battalion Coldstream Guards as the motorised infantry. So a little bit about the models. As I say, metal and resin, put together with super glue. And then painted. Now I have the painting clinic to thank for the way these have come out, so if you've not looked at those, make sure you do. He's a really talented painter. He showed me some, I followed his video that's online, and came up with this scheme. Now he used a mixture of Vallejo paints, and I've used purely workshop ones. So the first layer was a mix of Scorch Brown, Caltham Brown, and Nylot Green. Give me a kind of browny green colour, and I was really unconvinced at the colour to start with, but then I dry brushed it, adding a little bit of the new Strachan green in. Then I varnished it, very weird one for me, but I varnished it and then put an Agrax Earthshade over the top, and it's given me this lovely kind of slight shine, kind of brown and green mix to it, which I really love. I mean, it's as close to a normal Sherman colours as I can get. Unfortunately, I managed to mess the last one up a little bit. But so it's a slightly different colour, but then again, the colour pretty much wasn't standard from tank to tank. There was always going to be mild differences, so I'm not too fussed. I've used some lead belch around the tracks, along with some Adeptus Battle Grey on the inside of the rubber runners. And then use Sterling Mud, which is the new texture from Games Workshop, and it's worked so well. It's the right kind of size to kind of muddy up the tracks. So I've really loved the way they've come across. So I've allowed my kind of geekery a little bit of World War II to come across in these, because I wanted to do them properly. So if I can bring that into focus, you'll get I've got the speed to weight ratio on the front here. I've got the brigade number, which is 52, which is the 2nd Brigade of the 5th Guards, sorry, the 2nd Regiment of the 5th Guards Armoured Brigade in the Guards Armoured Division. They're the senior brigade. I've got that on the back as well, which is there, slightly muddied, sorry, there. Then I've even tried to do a Guards Armoured sign just in there, just as weeny as possible. Also got, I don't know what this number is, I'll be honest. I've seen it on a couple of tanks, I decided to put it on. But this one is, I don't know. I think it's a serial number of some sort. This one is the section or platoon symbol. So this is 1st Platoon, done in yellow for the 2nd Regiment of the Brigade. And then I've given it a name. This one's called Betsy. And then that is the serial number. So the serial number is six digits long and a letter. The letter, if it's a tank, starts with a T. etc., etc. really. So I really gone to town on these. Really enjoyed doing them. So this is my first kind of section. This is my HQ tank for the platoon. The guy in top, not a great deal of detail on him. 15mm, I'm not sure what I was expecting. They're kind of my first scale models of this size. If I can get it to focus. Come on. There we go. So as you can see, he's not hugely detailed, but I have gone for the... Come on. The Guards Armoured Division and what's called the shoulder rocker, which is the one that would have said Coldstream Guard at the top of his shoulder. And then normally tank commanders, I believe, are officers, or at least they have a sergeant leading them and an officer leading them, so a lieutenant. So I've got the singular silver pip. For those who believe it should be bronze, the Coldstream Guards had silver enamel pips. And then we've also got the capstar in there as well. So I really like these models, guys. I think I'm going to do an army. I'm going to do an unbagging one for some infantry I've bought. And I'm going to aim to do a mixture of the Guards Armoured Division. I'm going to have some Typhoons. I've got a battalion of Sextons in there. It's not a particularly game-worthy army because I know nothing about the rules. I've had a flick through. I'm beginning to get the hang of them, but I've not played a game yet. So some of you will tell me that this is not a particularly good formation, or that it may not be that game-worthy. At the end of the day, guys, I'm kind of going for what I love about it, which is rows of Sherman tanks. I might even put some Churchills in there as well. Bust up Guards infantry. Advancing forwards. I'm going to put a couple of things I know about on them as well, make them look really cool. And I'm just looking forward to having a force of something a bit different. So, yeah, I know it's something a bit different kind of from my usual 40k, but I hope this could be an enlightening for you guys who have not seen it before. And if you have any kind of information for me, if you are a Flames of War player, and you can offer me a bit of tactical kind of advice or ways to help build my army, or anything at all, any feedback's really appreciated on this, guys, because I'm very new to Flames of War. So I've got my intelligence manual, which is essentially a codex for you 40k players, and I'm going to be going through that. And Voodoo Orc has lent me the 3rd edition Flames of War rulebook, so I'm going to be pouring through that, and hopefully me and him are going to be playing some games at some point. So we'll bring you that when we bring you that. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for taking the time to kind of check this out, and yeah, I'll speak to you later. Thanks very much. Bye bye.